Hello and good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sheldon High School in beautiful Eugene, Oregon, as we get ready for today's doubleheader between Roseburg and Sheldon in a Southwest Conference matchup. Today, Roseburg comes in looking to win 2 against the Irish to be able to take that season series against Sheldon after Sheldon went to Roseburg and won 8-0 earlier on in the season. Today, Roseburg looking to bounce back as well from a loss to South Medford on Wednesday earlier this week. They are 16-5 on the season, 9-4 in conference play, sitting in second place right now, trailing leader North Medford by 3 games. Sheldon comes in not that far behind, sitting in 4th place with a 7-7 league record and a 9-12 overall record this season. Should be a good one in store for us as we get a couple of games in on a kind of mixture of weather today. We've had plenty of white clouds passing by overhead, and we've had plenty of breaks of really bright, intense sunshine going on throughout the day here this morning. And when that sunshine comes out from behind the clouds, boy, it heats up quickly, but then it cools down when the sun goes back behind the clouds. So we should be in for a little bit of everything. We'll see what the baseball has in store for us here this afternoon. Game 1 of the doubleheader coming up here in just a few moments. Before we get to that, we'll continue on with the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal. Give them a call at 673-7122. When we come back, we'll get a chance to catch up with head coach Troy Thompson in our pregame show. And a reminder, today's game is streaming live with video online at 541radio.com. You can watch it there or on our YouTube channel. Search 1490 The Score. Hit the subscribe button to follow Roseburg baseball throughout the season. Back after a 2-minute timeout with head coach Troy Thompson on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Working from a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to, by hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations, top of the hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Find everything you need to enjoy the outdoors, at home or on the road, at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our garden center has what you need to create an oasis at home, from patio furniture to plants and everything in between. And whether you're barbecuing at home or tailgating at the game, we stock the best products from Yeti, Traeger, and Weber. Stop by or shop online at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Back with more of our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Roseburg baseball on the road for a Saturday doubleheader in Southwest Conference play. Joining us today in the pregame is Coach Troy Thompson. And Coach, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Final road doubleheader of conference play, and things are starting to ramp up for you guys. And looking back just on that South Medford game, I know offense was kind of the big critical issue for you guys. And we can talk about it till we're blue in the face, but getting these guys to hit is going to be the big thing. How do you feel like they responded to what happened on Tuesday?
You know, we had 2 great days of practice on Thursday and Friday. Kids showed up like they always do and went to work and got back to it and had, once again, great practices and did a great job with some adjustments we're trying to continue to make. So we'll see what happens here today. But a tough test here on the road against the Sheldon Irish team that's always very good and always good on the mound. So a real challenge for us today, and we're excited about getting the chance to do it.
We've talked philosophy, about, when to be aggressive, when to be watching. What is it you feel like that you've seen out of these guys that's maybe kind of been the biggest hang-up, maybe mental-wise, while they're at the plate?
Well, just our approach at the plate. It's got to be the same, no matter who we're seeing on the mound. It's the same mindset. We've got to get in the box and get aggressive on pitches that we can get aggressive on, Find a good pitch and get a good swing on that pitch, and if I had the answer for that, or if anybody had the answer for that, then that'd be a different deal. But it changes day to day and at bat to at bat. But the one true is get a good pitch and get a good swing on that pitch.
You spend a lot of time obviously working fundamentals, working strategy, but teaching the baseball IQ is a large part of the game at this at this age. Getting these guys kind of the basis to build. Now, how much do you feel like you guys are teachers outside of the classroom on the baseball field as much as just instructors?
Yeah, it's a big part of it. Some of your best coaches have been your best teachers through the years, and I was fortunate in my career to have some of those people in my life, and at Roseburg High School with some of the coaches that are on staff there, and not just in baseball, but in multiple sports are our teachers. And that's a big part of it because, the season's going to go on, and how you improve and how you take steps to move forward are a big part of that. That's not saying that you have to be in the classroom to be a great coach or any of that. It's just I've been fortunate in my time to have that. So you continue to work, and the kids show up like our group this year has, and in every year, honestly, and continue to try to get better. And like we talked about, when it gets to May, and like you said, kind of gets down to it here with our last on the road doubleheader anyway, hopefully you're in tune and on time and ready to play your best baseball of the year. So that's a tremendous challenge for any team in any sport. And hopefully here today we have an opportunity to come out and prove that or do that here today.
Today you take on Sheldon, and when you guys met down in Roseburg, it definitely was not one in your favor, but a little shorthanded. I know we saw Jordan was out on Tuesday with a knee injury for you guys. How are you guys feeling? Late in the season, health is always the big question for every team. How do you guys feel like you're at this point?
Yeah, it'd be great to be 100% healthy all the time, but unfortunately no team can do that, I don't think, or not anybody that we've had. So we're still dealing with an injury there and a couple guys that have been sick kind of throughout the week. But that's just like every team. I'm sure Sheldon has several players that are in the same boat and on down to league teams as well. So you just got to do your best with what you have and come out and put those guys in positions to be successful, and hopefully those players get a chance to do that.
Well, we've seen it work out at times this season for those guys to get their opportunities, and we'll hope for it today. Coach, best of luck to you guys out there.
Great. Thanks, Joey.
That is head coach Troy Thompson joining us here in the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Again, let them make the run of the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal, 673-7122. We are getting ready for first pitch of Game 1 of today's doubleheader. As mentioned, it's been an interesting weather day to start things out up here. We were watching, at least I was watching things closely last night on the news to see what things were going to look like today. Clouds have been passing overhead pretty consistently throughout the morning, and when the sun does break out from behind those clouds, boy, it really heats up. But looking at 57 degrees here in Eugene at the moment, cloudy overhead, and we're hoping that things will stay nice and comfortable throughout the day here today. We're getting ready for this one as we wrap up the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Roseburg coming off of a 3-0 loss at South Medford. I might have mistakenly said Tuesday because that's usually when we play. It was a Wednesday game this week. Roseburg managing just 2 hits in that game and only 3 base runners, none of them getting past second base. But on the other side for Sheldon, they are coming off of a 13-6 win at South Eugene earlier this week on Tuesday. In that one, it was Nolan Miller that looks like he got the start through 78 pitches, but he is back available today and will be on the mound for the Irish here this Game 1. We should have quite the pitcher's duel on our hands coming up. We'll get ready to talk more about the starting lineups as we get ready for the first pitch of today's ballgame. Coaches are exchanging lineup cards. We'll go ahead and take our final 2-minute timeout and come back with the start of today's ballgame from Sheldon High School in Eugene. I'm Joey Kieran. This is Roseburg Baseball on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate! Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with a news review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Batting third, playing third base, number 11, John Mueller. Batting fourth, playing second base, number 8, Ryland Dexler. Batting fifth,
Roseburg starters have been announced, and the Sheldon starters are taking the field here as we get ready for Game 1 of today's doubleheader. Let's go ahead and take a look at Roseburg's starting lineup put together by head coach Troy Thompson in his 21st year. Leading things off is Austin Takahashi, the shortstop, followed by Brooks Avery, the second baseman. Eli Jacobs in center field will bat third, followed by Evan Corbin, today's starting pitcher for the Tribe. Batting fifth and playing in right field is Jace Wilder. At catcher is Parker Burke, hitting sixth. Playing at third base and batting seventh, Jake Johnson. James Coleman, the first baseman, will bat eighth, and Noah Fisk will be the DH batting ninth for starting left fielder Hunter Fullerton. We are going to have the national anthem here for you as we get ready for first pitch. Our national anthem from Sheldon High School here on The Score. That was the national anthem as we get ready for Game 1 of today's doubleheader between Roseburg and Sheldon. Right now, Roseburg coming in second place behind North Medford in the conference standings, and they are looking to make up some distance there. Yesterday, North Medford played their weekend doubleheader on a Friday, winning 2 against Grants Pass by a score of 3-2 in both of those games. That puts North Medford at 13-2 on the season. Roseburg at 9-4 in second place will have some room to make up, but they definitely will be looking to try and get some wins here today to stay pace with North Medford and try to stay ahead of South Medford, who is on the road at South Eugene across town here today. And South Medford trying to catch up with Roseburg, sitting 1 game behind the Indians as it stands right now. On the mound for Sheldon today will be Nolan Miller. In the game against Roseburg back on April 11th, Miller got the win in that game. He threw 7 innings, allowed just 6 hits, had 12 strikeouts. Roseburg was able to get guys on base, just not able to really do anything to bring anybody around in that 8-0 loss. Miller will be on the mound for his second straight start, it looks like, in conference play after throwing 78 pitches against South Eugene on Tuesday. Behind the plate, Asher Olson catching for Sheldon. At first base, Ty Burnham. Rylan Detzler at second base. On the left side of the infield, John Mueller at third and Cade Welch at short. In the outfield from left to right, you've got Hunter Lansden, E.J. Peterson, and Quincy Peterson. To look at your starting defense as we sit behind home here at Sheldon High School. I know having to shoot through the backstop is never a favorite for fans that might be watching online at 541radio.com and on our YouTube channel, 1490 The Score. We try to give you as best as we can in that shot there from behind home. Just about ready to go here as it'll be Austin Takahashi, the left-handed batter, that'll dig in first to lead things off for the Tribe here today. Today's ball game brought to you by our friends at Dr. Lance and Randall Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Visit drrandall.com or give them a call at 541-378-6694. Lefty versus lefty matchup, swing and a miss, and we are underway here in the ball game. Takahashi with that swing and a miss on a pitch high and inside. Swing and a miss, too, on a breaking ball that gets low. And Talk has himself an 0-2 pitch. He will swing and miss. 3 straight pitches from Miller for a strikeout to Takahashi. He goes down for the first out here in the first inning. First pitch, swing and a miss out of Brooks Avery. Outside, a 1-1 count. Do appear to be having some technical issues with our camera for some reason. Swing and a miss by Avery. He's got himself a 1-2 count with 1 out and nobody on. Swing and a miss and another breaking ball. That is back-to-back strikeouts for Nolan Miller, who had 12 against Roseburg when the two teams met in April, and he finds himself doing well here early on. So quickly 2 away, Eli Jacobs. Check swing, fouled away. So Roseburg quickly has been struggling to keep up with Nolan Miller here in the first. A strike on the outside corner, and it is a 0-2 count against Jacobs with 2 away and nobody on base. We'll try to get that camera fixed for those watching online. Apologize for that. High and away from Miller, a 1-2 count. One-two delivery for Miller, the lefty. Gets a ground ball, weakly hit first base side. It'll be taken by Burnham, and that will finish things off quickly in the first inning for Sheldon. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We'll come back after a 60-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event, plus you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Come back for the bottom of the first inning in a scoreless ball game. Roseburg going down in order in the top of the first. And we go to the bottom of the first inning. It'll lead off with Cade Welch against Evan Corbin. Looks like we'll may have to restart our video broadcast for those that are watching online because for some reason my video camera will not work. A flare to right field is going to drop in for a base hit. It rolls away briefly from Chase Wilder out in right field, but he will collect it. That's a leadoff single opposite field for Cade Welch. Drop that one into shallow right field. So I think here during this next commercial break we'll try to get our video camera back up and running. For whatever reason, it decided to freeze there right as we got on the air. First pitch swinging for Nolan Miller. Hits one towards left field. It'll go over the head of Hunter Fullerton. He digs it out in the corner. Running into third will go Welch. And in with a double is Miller. And quickly, Sheldon here on their home field will have runners at first and second with nobody out. Or excuse me, make that second and third with nobody out against Evan Corbin. Today's starting pitcher for Roseburg comes in. He has thrown a complete game victory in every one of his starts this season. He's been Roseburg's ace on the staff this year. His first pitch, a breaking ball, tailing away from the right-handed hitting John Mueller, the starting third baseman for the Irish. Mueller's 0-1 delivery. Ground ball towards short, taken by Takahashi. His best options to go to first. He'll get the out for Mueller, but it does drive in a run, and Sheldon will take a 1-0 lead. Nolan Miller advances up to third. The Irish on top 1-0 with one out. Ryland Detzler will bat, the second baseman, another left-hander in the lineup for the Irish, and head coach Josh Riley. Corbin's first pitch hits the outside corner. A 1 count. At third base is Nolan Miller after his double. The 0-1 from Corbin. That ball is fouled away. Goes to the off speed and gets him to send that one off the Bobby Dorr hitting facility here at Sheldon High School. Down that left field line. That definitely eats into foul territory down the left field side. 0-2 pitch. Fouled away into the backstop. Stays an 0-2 count. For those that might be just tuning in for the video broadcast, we are trying to figure out why our camera decided to stop working on us here. And see if we can get that back up and running. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball into the left-hander. Detzler goes down with the strikeout, 2 away. Big one there for Evan Corbin. Gets his second out here in the first inning. And now he'll try to strand a runner at third base. Digging in will be Quincy Peterson, the right fielder. Wants the inside corner on that right-handed batter's box as he dug his spot. He will take a strike on the outside corner. Sometimes you think a hitter wants that inside edge so that he can make sure he reaches the outside corner. He let that breaking ball go by. Corbin with the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball up the middle, off the mound. Takahashi adjusts late. Will make the throw to Coleman at first. Roseburg will leave a man stranded on for Sheldon, but the Irish, a couple of hits early, able to get a lead here against Roseburg. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 man left on. We will go ahead and go to the top of the second inning for the video stream. We may have to end it here for a second and then try to get it back up and running with the video stream, so hang tight on that. Back with more Roseburg baseball on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Side, the count goes full. Miller on the mound. He's got some pop on those pitches. They are firing in. 3-2 is fouled off by Talk. We got the video stream back up and running with no picture, so we are just going with kind of audio broadcast all around right now. 3-2 pitch, fouled again. Takahashi out of play. I think the camera overheated, and I'm hoping it'll cool down here momentarily and we can get things back up and running, but we'll have to wait and see. I hope I didn't do some big-time damage. It's been weird when the clouds are covering up the sun. It cools down quite a bit. Then the sun pops out, and it just makes you want to sweat. There's another 3-2 pitch. Strike 3. Takahashi thought it was ball 4. Second strikeout in the game for Tak. And he will go down. Third strikeout victim for Nolan Miller. And that finishes off things in the third inning. Roseburg, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We'll come back with the bottom of the third inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with a news review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.
Bottom of the third inning. And leadoff man Cade Welch will get hit by a pitch and get on as Evan Corbin will face the top of the order for a second time. Welch had gotten on with a single his first time up, now plunked and is on for a second time. Nobody out. First pitch to the left-handed hitter and left-handed thrower, Nolan Miller, in for strike 1. Throw over to first base, not in time. Oh, 1 here for Miller. Low and inside. Roseburg trailing against Sheldon, trying to get their first run against the Irish here today. They didn't score any in the first meeting. Line drive's going to find the alley out towards right center for Miller. That's going to roll a long way, all the way to the wall. Coming around from first, Welch is going to head to the plate. Miller is looking for his second extra base hit. Slides in safely to third with an RBI triple. Miller drives in a second run, helping his own cause as he brings home Cade Welch, who scores the second run of the ball game for the Irish. There's 2 on. Excuse me, 2 in, 1 on. Nobody out still here in the first inning, and it's then the top of the order that has done all the damage so far. John Mueller will bat. He grounded out to short, but drove in a run in the first inning. He's got an opportunity to try and do something again here. He'll hit one towards center. Coming in, Eli Jacobs with the catch will throw to the plate. The throw up the line will not be there in time. It's a sac fly for John Mueller, who is now 0 for 1 in the game with 2 RBI. He's not gotten his way on base. He's committed 2 outs, but he's been able to drive in runs each time. It is 3-0, 1 out for Sheldon, and the cleanup hitter, the second baseman, Rylan Detzler, will bat. First pitch, swing and a miss. Detzler struck out swinging his first time up. The 1-1 pitch from Corbin is fouled off at the plate. That crumples Detzler at the dish. He will walk that one off, fouling it off his foot. He's got the 1-2 count with 1 out and nobody on base. 2 runs in here in the third. Top of the order has been the kryptonite so far for Evan Corbin. Roseburg will have to get the bats going here. They have struggled at the plate. They didn't score at all on Wednesday in 7 innings against South Medford. As the ball popped up, foul, and out of play. It stays a 1-2 count. Evan Corbin out of his windup. Outside. Corbin, big news this week for the Roseburg senior, has decided to commit to play at UCC for baseball with Coach Jeremiah Robbins there and the Riverhawks. Big get for them, keeping the local kid local. Had wondered what the future was going to hold for Evan. Knew that he's been having a really good senior season and hoping that he'll get an opportunity to get a chance to play somewhere and have some fun doing so. 2-2 pitch. Slapped left side, will get in. Opposite field hit for Detzler into the corner. He'll round first. Helmet halfway off his head as he turns and heads back to the bag. It will not fall off. It sticks on there. He's got a long single into the corner. Hunter Fullerton able to get there quickly enough to be able to send it back in and hold him to just the one bag. Quincy Peterson, the right fielder, digs in. 0 for 1 today with a ground out to short. First pitch taken for ball 1 on a bunt attempt. The 1-0 from Corbin. Outside corner called strike 1. 12 consecutive scoreless frames for Roseburg at the moment. Dating back to their game against Grants Pass, a 4-0 victory in that one. So not the worst in that game, but apparently somebody's car might have just taken a baseball. The 1-2, low and outside. 2-2 count. The right fielder, Quincy Peterson, with a man on at first. Roseburg would love to get another ground ball to short out of him like they did the first time he was up. He takes the breaking ball low and outside. 3-2 count. Strike 3, got him looking. He tossed away the bat thinking that was ball 4. He goes down with the backwards K. That's the 4th strikeout in the game for Corbin. And it brings up Asher Olson. Sun breaks out again, and the sunshine is warming things up here at the ballpark until it decides to go back behind the clouds again, which there are plenty off in the distance. Up to bat, Asher Olson takes the first pitch, strike 1. Olson struck out swinging in the second inning. The 0-1, he's out in front of a breaking ball for an 0-2 count. The 0-2 delivery here from Corbin trying to get through this third inning. He's given up 2 runs so far. Check swing, he ran around. Tag applied by Burke on the pitch in the dirt. That's the second time that Olson has gone chasing on strike 3. And that will finish off the third inning. But 2 runs in on 2 hits. There were no Roseburg errors and 1 man left on base. We will go to the top of the 4th inning here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
From a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to. By hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations. Top of the Hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Top of the fourth inning, Roseburg Baseball brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? A 3-0 lead for Sheldon. As we begin the fourth inning, Roseburg will have their 2-3-4 hitters coming up. Brooks Avery will lead it off after a strikeout in the first for him. First pitch from Miller. Fouled back, out of play, back behind home. Strike one for Avery. First inning, Roseburg's top two hitters, Takahashi and Avery, the 1-2 hitters, both going down on, I think, pretty much like 3 straight swinging pitches. And we're unable to make much contact. 0-2 count now for Avery as he fouls off a pitch at home. The 0-2. Strike 3 right down the middle at the knees. And down looking goes Avery. Roseburg has been snake bitten at the plate. Got to get out of this funk. Eli Jacobs will stand in, swings and chops at a breaking ball. Fouls it off the plate for strike one. Jacobs hit a grounder to first base, ending things in the first inning. 0 for 1 today for the center fielder. His 0-1 pitch is low. Nolan Miller so far has faced 1 over the minimum after a single by Evan Corbin got him on base, and Roseburg got the 1 base runner on in the second, and that was all they've mustered so far today against the Irish. Eli Jacobs, the 1-2 pitch, foul tipped, staying just alive. Asher Olsen couldn't keep that one in the glove, and it's a 1-2 count. Nobody on, 1 away. High and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Eli Jacobs. 2-2. That one fouled away. I'm really nervous about where I've parked my car. 2-2. On the mound, Miller takes a moment there. Jacobs looking for something to put it in play. Takes high and outside. Count will go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes for the Roseburg senior. He digs back in, looking to get on base with 2 outs in the top of the fourth inning. Roseburg's got to find some way to get through against Miller here. I think I might have said with 2 outs. He's only got 1 out so far here in the fourth inning, and a walk issued by Miller, his first of the ball game. That'll bring up Evan Corbin. Corbin grounded one through the hole at short, past the backhand attempt by Cade Welch. He takes on the inside corner for strike 1. Eli Jacobs with good speed at first. Will take his lead. The 0-1 breaking ball stays high to Corbin. So congratulations again to Evan Corbin, committing to go play and continue his baseball career at Umpqua Community College with the Riverhawks. Swing and a miss. His new head coach there would be Jeremiah Robbins, who knows very much about Evan, coaching him during the Summer Legion season the last couple of years. The 1-2 pitch, runner going, low and inside, throw to second base, not in time. And a man in scoring position for Roseburg after the stolen base by Jacobs. Base hit here could get Roseburg on the board and really get some momentum going. A 2-2 delivery from Miller. High and away with the breaking ball. Count goes full as Roseburg tries to force the issue a bit here with Miller. Extend him out a little bit. 3-2. Ball fouled down the third base line. Full count pitch here for Miller once again as Corbin battles. He takes high for ball 4, laid off. that is back-to-back walks for Nolan Miller here in the fourth. To put runners at first and second, one away. Braden Russell will run. So the courtesy runner on again for Corbin. That brings up Wilder. He tried to lay down a sac bunt his first time up. He'll swing here, hits a soft roller, first base side. The only play will be to the bag for Burnham. Wilder seems to be all right. He was really slow out of the box, wasn't going to have much of a chance to get down the line. Might have gotten a little twisted up on that one. 2 down, runners both move up 90 feet. So Roseburg will have runners at second and third with 2 away, and Parker Burke will try to see if he can do any damage with a 2-out rally. Breaking ball on the first pitch, slices through for a strike. The 0-1 delivery. Popped up, this one on the infield. It is Miller, the pitcher, that will call for it between home and the mound. He's able to make the squeeze for the final out. And Roseburg threatens a bit here in the fourth, but cannot break through. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We will head to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's still 3-0. Sheldon in front on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
In baseball, home plate is always 60 feet, 6 inches from the mound. But in life, sometimes your home plate needs to move. If you're planning to move, contact BTB Moving for help. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable veteran-owned company. Call 541-315-0122 for help with your next move. BTB Moving for all your moving needs.
Bottom of the fourth inning, 3-0 lead for Sheldon in game 1 of a doubleheader. Today's game brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. First pitch inside gets Hunter Lansden. Second hit batter of the game for Evan Corbin. A bit uncharacteristic there for Corbin to hit 2 batters in a game. He's given up 5 hits. They are looking to try and back him up here with some strong defense as E.J. Peterson will dig in. He squares to bunt. Will take the first pitch, strike 1. Peterson reached on a single at third base last time up. Jake Johnson tried to make a backhanded stab at the bag and hit it off his glove as an offer. Throw down to first, and Coleman got caught leaning out of position down there. Could not get a tag down, otherwise they might have had Hunter Lansden dead to rights. As it stands, an 0-2 count for E.J. Peterson at the plate. Squaring to bunt again, he'll take outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes against Peterson. One-two delivery, pickoff throw to first by Corbin, not in time. Nobody out with a man at first after Hunter Lansden was hit by a pitch to begin things in the fourth for the Irish. The 1-2 pitch, strike 3. Peterson goes down looking. Strikeout number 6 on the day for Evan Corbin. He has started to rack up that tally. 6 total in this one through 3 1/3. But he has been touched up for 5 hits, and the 2 hit batters One at least has been costly. A ground ball the second. Avery to Takahashi. Back to Coleman. No throw. They get the out at second base. Get one on the ground ball by Ty Burnham. So Burnham will get on with a fielder's choice. Lands it out at second, 4-6. Top of the order. 2 away. Cade Welch will bat. He has been on base and scored twice. Takes in the dirt for a 1-0 count. Got on with a single in the first and was hit by a pitch in the third. His third time up here in the fourth. 1-0 outside. 2 balls and no strikes. A 2-0 delivery from Corbin. Low. And this top of the order has been dangerous for him. The 1 and 2 hitters, Welch and Miller, have 3 hits and have scored 3 runs. All 3 of the runs for Sheldon right now as they lead it 3-0 in the 4th inning. A strike across on a 3-0 pitch. 2 outs here in the 4th, and Miller waits on deck. He's got a double and a triple so far in this one. 3-1, hits him. Second time that Welch has been hit by a pitch. And third hit batter of the game for Corbin. Sheldon's hitters, you can see it. Every time they dig into the batter's box, they have been right on the inside of that right-handed spot in the batter's box. Nolan Miller not quite as on top of the inside chalk line. As he bats with 2 outs and runners at first and second, he takes the first pitch, strike 1. Gotta believe it's either dad or a scout from the University of Portland here watching Miller closely. The 0-1. That one popped up to center field straight away. Camped underneath it is Eli Jacobs to retire Miller for the first time today. So Roseburg will avoid any damage here in the 4th. No runs on no hits. There were no errors and 2 men left on base for the Irish. Top of the 5th, the Roseburg trails 3-0 on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event, plus you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Well, we got our video camera back. Might have been a hard wire. I'm not even going to try and figure out exactly what our problem was, but we are back up and running with the actual image to go along with our video stream. So for those of you wanting to watch the broadcast that might have flipped over, we are back up and running with the video stream. Joey Keyran here with you from Sheldon High School. 3-0 lead for the Irish on top of the Tribe. As we start out the 5th inning, it is Jake Johnson at the plate. He takes a 1-0 pitch high and away for a 2-0 count against Nolan Miller. The left-hander has baffled Roseburg for 11 straight innings. He got the 7-inning win against Roseburg the first time the two teams met. Does get a strike across for a 2-1 count. Johnson will take low. A ball gets by Olson, the catcher. Three-one pitch. And there's ball 4. The one bugaboo so far for Miller has been the walks. That's his third walk issued. They've all come here middle way through this ball game. Started out, he's got 4 strikeouts before he ever walked the batter. Roseburg only has the 1 hit back in the second, but they've now drawn 3 walks. First pitch, strike 1 to James Coleman. The 0-1 delivery. Pickoff throw, back in goes Johnson at first. Swinging through on the 0-1, fastball challenging Coleman. Couldn't catch up to it. James will have the 0-2 count. Grounded out to short his first time up. Takes high. Coleman has had limited opportunities at the plate this season, but he's been a disciplined hitter. Seems to have a good eye. Takes low and inside. Miller couldn't get him to chase. The lefty will come set working out of the stretch with a runner on at first. Throw to the plate. James Coleman swings through for strike 3. 1 away, 1 on. Brings up Noah Fisk. Fisk hit a sharp ball back up the middle, but it was snagged by Miller on the mound for an out back in the 3rd inning. Fisk fouls away the first pitch. Noah DHing today for Hunter Fullerton. Top of the 5th, 3-0 lead for the Irish at the moment. Ground ball softly hit right side. Charging in the play to first will be just in time to get Fisk at first base. Jake Johnson went streaming down the line for second base. He gets in safely there. That ball just took its time getting through the infield and gave no chance for Rylan Detzler at second base to try and make a play on a double play option there. Austin Takahashi looking to get things going. He will take a breaking ball for ball 1. Takahashi so far 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts, very unlike him. Good contact hitter, hits one towards first, snagged by Ty Burnham. Not enough behind that one for Takahashi as it just softly lines to the first baseman for the final out. Roseburg unable to get any momentum. Walks have been putting runners on, but they haven't been able to take advantage. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Go to the bottom of the 5th, 3-0 Sheldon in front on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Bottom of the 5th inning, John Mueller at the plate. 1-0 pitch is lifted to center field. Coming in, Eli Jacobs is underneath it for the first out in the 5th inning for Sheldon, leading 3-0 against Roseburg. Game 1 of a doubleheader. Today's game brought to you by Roseburg Honda. Buying a car can be a hassle, but at Roseburg Honda, it's different. Customer satisfaction is their highest priority. Visit Roseburg Honda, where they treat you like family because they are family. 1 away, nobody on. First pitch outside to Rylan Detzler. He's 1 for 2 today with a single back in the 3rd. Went down the left field line into the corner. This time he'll hit one towards the shortstop, Austin Takahashi. Soft liner there. Takahashi underneath it for the second out. 2 away. Now, there's been a couple of players, Nolan Miller, one of them. He's hit a couple of hard hit balls. Detzler had one down that left field line, pretty hard hit. But other than that, it's been a lot of weak contact so far today for both teams. It's the first pitch, strike 1 to Quincy Peterson. I think you give credit to these two pitchers, two really good pitchers in the conference this year. As there's a ball fouled, trickles down the third base side. Roseburg's really got to start finding some sort of contact and power with their bats in their hands. It has been a tough streak right now. The 0-2. Strike 3 inside corner to finish things off quickly for Evan Corbin. He'll get the 7th strikeout in the ball game, and that will set down Sheldon in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the top of the 6th, moving quickly, and Roseburg's got to get some offense when we return on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
In baseball, home plate is always 60 feet, 6 inches from the mound. But in life, sometimes your home plate needs to move. If you're planning to move, contact BTB Moving for help. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable veteran-owned company. Call 541-315-0122 for help with your next move. BTB Moving for all your moving needs.
3-0 score so far in this one. Sheldon in front of Roseburg. Roseburg with just 1 hit, 3 walks, have gotten a couple of guys on, but they have not been able to take advantage. Only 1 runner past second so far in this game. Roseburg's scoreless streak has now gone up to 14 consecutive innings. First pitch swinging for Brooks Avery. Will sky one out towards center field. Charging in, E.J. Peterson underneath it for the first out of the 6th inning. Go to Eli Jacobs, drew a walk, ended up at third in the 4th inning, but that was as far as he would make it. Jacobs, first pitch, fouls it third base side. Pass Coach Thompson out there, and out of the reach of John Mueller at third as he went chasing that ball in foul territory. Can kind of get a glimpse of the scoreboard for the softball game. I think that's out beyond the left field fence here at Sheldon High School. Line drive, opposite field, drops in front of Quincy Peterson, and that's a single for Eli Jacobs. Trying to get something started with 1 out here in the 6th. The man on. Game-tying run would be the on-deck hitter at the moment. Up to bat, Evan Corbin. Corbin trying to help his own cause here. He's gotten on base twice. He takes in the dirt. I can't quite fully read the scoreboard for the softball game, but it does look like Roseburg is scoreless in that game as well, and I know that Sheldon does have 1 inning at least that they've scored, so Sheldon's one of the top teams in the state at the 6A level, if not the top team. There's a throw over to first base almost in time to get Eli Jacobs, the lefty on the mound, with the quick pickoff throw. High and inside to Corbin, a 2-0 count. Corbin walked his last time up, had a single in the 2nd. Two-0 pitch, strike, throw down to first. Jacobs back in safely. Jace Wilder waits on deck. A 2-1, ball 3. Home fans were hoping for a strike call on that one. Inside corner around the knees for Corbin. Miller on the mound, the lefty. delivers. Swung on and missed. Full count for Evan Corbin with 1 out and 1 on. Top of the 6th, Roseburg trailing 3-0. High and away, second walk in the game for Evan Corbin. First and second, Roseburg with an opportunity and just 1 out here. They've got to try and find a way to get a base knock. Need some momentum with the bat in their hands. Evan Corbin will head back to the dugout. The courtesy runner on for a third time. That's Braden Russell. Chase Wilder has had a couple of hits on the infield that have not resulted in him getting on base. He takes the first pitch for strike 1. I guess the first one was a fielder's choice. He got on a sac bunt attempt with a fielder's choice as they got the runner at second. Last time he had a dribbler towards first base for the out. Outside, 1-1 count is out at second base. Eli Jacobs looked like he was going to try to swipe third. Put the brakes on, though. 1-1 for Miller. Swinging him. Sounded like it might have gotten a piece of that into the glove. Either way, it's strike 2. 1-2 count. Runners at first and second with 1 away. Jace Wilder fights off a pitch towards the home dugout on the first base side. Sheldon in the white uniforms today. White tops, white trousers, green socks. Roseburg, black tops, gray trousers, the black socks on the third base side. Swing and a miss. Wilder goes chasing the outside pitch, goes down. Strikeout victim number 6 for Nolan Miller. And he gets a big second strikeout. 2 away, and it brings up Parker Burke. Burke was the lone hitter to have much success against Nolan Miller the first time the two teams met back on April 11th. He was 3 for 3 on the day. Looking for something here as he takes the pitch high and away. Roseburg's down to their final 4 outs to work with in this game, so you'd really like to get at least something on the board here. The 1-0 pitch coming from Miller, and off the mound he'll step. The 1-0 pitch to Burke. Breaking balls, cuts back in towards the right-handed hitter for strike 1. One count here in the top of the 6th to Parker Burke with runners at first and second and 2 away. And he fouls one right back to the backstop for strike 2. A 1-2 pitch. Foul tipped into the glove, caught by Olsen, and that finishes off the side for Roseburg. And once again, they get men on and cannot do anything with it. No runs, 1 hit, no error, and 2 men left on base. We will go to the bottom of the 6th, still 3-0, Sheldon in front on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3.
From a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to, by hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations, top of the hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Bottom of the 6th inning, 3-0 lead from Sheldon High School. Today's game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. When you get ready to take that dream trip, contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyaway Travel. Make sure you have an agent in your corner. Call Flyaway at 672-5701. Asher Olsen made the big snag and behind the plate on a foul tip strike 3. First pitch, he'll pop one towards right field. Jace Wilder tracking underneath it. And Asher Olsen on the first pitch goes down out number 1 here in the 6th. He is 0 for 3. Roseburg trailing 3-0 here in the bottom of the 6th in this 7-inning, game 1 of a doubleheader. Hunter Lansden will bat. He fouls off the first pitch he sees for strike 1. Sheldon has scored 23 runs in their last 2 games. And they have been pretty good offensively. As the ball belted to center field, at first looked like it was going to go pretty deep, but Eli Jacobs has to come in a few more steps, and he will get underneath that one for the second out. 2 away, and it's E.J. Peterson to bat. Lansden is now 0 for 2 in the ballgame. E.J. Peterson 1 for 2, struck out looking his last time up. Sheldon had been scoring quite a few runs, but had also been giving up a decent number, giving up 6+ runs per game in the last 3 games. But today, Nolan Miller, he's just got what it takes against this Roseburg lineup. Pitched 7 innings, gave up 6 hits, and had 12 strikeouts against Roseburg the first time in an 8-0 victory. E.J. Peterson had a quick visit with the coaching staff for Sheldon before he digs in. No third base coach for Sheldon, it looks like at the moment, unless I just can't see him. Takes the first pitch, strike 1. Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody's over there at third. The 0-1 in the dirt from Corbin. Battle of aces right now. The bats have come through just enough for Sheldon to take a lead. Inside corner called for a strike. I'm sure to the hitter it feels inside, but with how close these Sheldon hitters like to be on that inside corner, doesn't take much for it to catch the inside edge of the plate. The 1-2 from Corbin. Breaking ball, chopped third base side, picked up by Takahashi, throwing the run. Not able to get on the bag for Coleman. Nice play by Tak, but his throw a little high. Coleman had to come up off the bag to get to it, and on safely will be Peterson. Tough play in the hole there for Takahashi. Second hit in the game for Peterson, and they've both been just tough plays at third. Ball popped up, foul territory to the fence for Johnson. He snags it up against the fence line. Jake Johnson will make the play on a foul ball by Ty Burnham and finish things off in the 6th for Sheldon. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We will go to the top of the 7th. Roseburg needing 3 to keep this game going when we return on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.
Leading off the top of the 7th, number 16, Jake Johnson.
It'll be the 7, 8, 9 hitters to try and keep this game going for Roseburg against Nolan Miller. Jake Johnson leads things off and takes strike 1 as we begin the top of the 7th. Roseburg trailing 3-0. The 0-1 pitch, outside corner, strike 2. Johnson drew a walk in the 5th inning, his only time on base today. The 0-2 swings and misses at a breaking ball diving inside. When you get behind 0-2, it's tough. That pitch hard to lay off there for the hitter. And there's one away. James Coleman takes a strike. And it appears that Nolan Miller's come out determined to try and finish this one quickly. The 0-1 pitch to Coleman. Bounces in. Just past an hour, this game has been flying by. It's just been 2 innings, a run in the first and 2 in the third for Sheldon. And other than that, it's all been all zeros on the board. Both pitchers have been pretty good. As Coleman takes high, he's got a 2-1 count. Coleman struck out his last time at the plate. 2-1 delivery from Miller. Coleman, line drive shot to center field, gets in for a base hit. Tracking it down, E.J. Peterson will get in front of it. And Coleman will have a 1-out single as it keeps Roseburg's hopes alive. Just the third hit in the ballgame for Roseburg. Noah Fisk will bat. He is 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts on the infield. Coleman will get a courtesy runner. Sorry, make that a pinch runner at first base. It's one of the new guys they have called up to help fill out the roster with the absence of Jordan White today. It'll be Dane St. Clair running at first base for Roseburg. First pitch, Fisk will take strike 1. Fisk grounded out to second his last time at the plate. He'll take a strike on the inside corner. 0-2 count. Miller. Can't get him on that one, fouled away. Miller's 0-2 delivery with 1 out and 1 on is high and away. Fisk trying to come up big for the Tribe. They need some clutch hitting here. That has been a struggle for him. Swing and a miss. And there is the second out on the strikeout number 9 on the day for Nolan Miller. Oh, there's the helicopter I thought I was hearing. Off in the distance, flying in from over center field. 2 down, first pitch to Austin Takahashi, called strike 1. The 0-1, Talk pulls it first base side, fair ball, step on the bag at first. Burnham will finish it off, and that will do it for Roseburg in game 1 of the doubleheader. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. As we finish game 1 of our doubleheader, Roseburg suffers back-to-back losses in conference play, and with that win, Sheldon will take the series against the Tribe. They've won the first 2. Roseburg will try to salvage at least 1 win in the series against the Irish coming up in game 2 here in just a little bit from now. Final score is 3-0, Sheldon in front, as we bring you Roseburg baseball here on the road at Sheldon High School this afternoon. Getting the win will be Nolan Miller. Taking his first loss of the season will be Evan Corbin, as Roseburg shut out for a second straight game and have now gone, I believe it is now 17 innings without scoring a run. See if they can turn it all around in game 2 of our doubleheader coming up here in about 20-30 minutes from now. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll come back with the post-game show to wrap up game 1 of things for you here today. Let's take a 3-minute timeout. Final score, Roseburg falls 3-0 against Sheldon on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Working from a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to. By hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations, top of the hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Find everything you need to enjoy the outdoors at home or on the road at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our garden center has what you need to create an oasis at home, from patio furniture to plants and everything in between. And whether you're barbecuing at home or tailgating at the game, we stock the best products from Yeti, Traeger, and Weber. Stop by or shop online at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be, handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Back here at Sheldon High School, Roseburg baseball on the score. KSKR Roseburg, KWRZ Canyonville on game one of our doubleheader. Sheldon wins 3-0 on the game. No runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 5 men left on for Roseburg. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors, and 6 men left on for Sheldon. Getting the win will be Nolan Miller. He goes 7 innings, gave up 3 hits, no runs, 4 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Taking the loss will be Evan Corbin, his first of the season, now 7-1 on the year. Corbin, 6 innings, gave up 3 runs on 6 hits, no walks, 7 strikeouts, 3 hit batters. That was kind of his bugaboo today, but it was hits by the top of the order that really did the damage for Sheldon. The Irish get 1 in the first. Back-to-back hits, a single by Cade Welch and a double by Nolan Miller put 2 men in scoring position. And then it was John Mueller that got a ground out but drove in a run to make it 1-0 Sheldon in front. That would be all they would need, but they'd add another run, actually add another 2 runs in the third. It was the leadoff man, Cade Welch, up first, was hit by a pitch, and then a triple by Nolan Miller drove in 1, and a sac fly by Mueller drove in another. And just like that, Sheldon was up 3-0. And the Irish, they were in control in this game behind Nolan Miller, who finishes with the 9 strikeouts and just the 3 hits allowed. Only allowed 1 runner past second base, but Roseburg leaving 5 men on base. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those 5 left on base. Oh, wait, man, sorry, make that 6. Let me see here. I wrote all zeros in that inning. And in that inning. So 6 is actually not even right. So Roseburg leaves 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 runners on base in this one. 4 of them left in scoring position. So opportunities once again against Miller, who stifled Roseburg the first go-around for an 8-0 victory. Miller was able to do it again here, leaving 7 men on base, and Roseburg leaving 4 of those men in scoring position. 6 hits in the ballgame for Sheldon, but after the third inning. They don't get a man in scoring position again against Corbin, as the defense behind him able to help him out just a bit. And really, besides the double and the triple by Miller and a long single by Ryland Detzler, there wasn't a lot of hard-hit balls in this ball game. Just some tough balls to be played. One sharply hit down the third base line, tried to make a backhand stab, did Jake Johnson, and unfortunately it kind of kicked off his glove. Couldn't quite field it cleanly. Would have been a tough play even if he had. Then you had, let's see here, Ty Burnham. That was a fielder's choice. An infield slow roller by E.J. Peterson that was fielded by Takahashi, but his throw on the run pulled the first baseman off the bag, James Coleman, excuse me. And so that was just some of the kind of weak hits in this game for Sheldon. The 3-hit batters definitely uncharacteristic for Evan Corbin, but only one of them came back to haunt him. Wasn't a bad performance by Corbin today. Of course, 7 strikeouts, no walks, but he unfortunately just did not get any offensive support here today, and that'll be the big thing that Roseburg continues to need to figure out. Roseburg has now been held without a run for 17 consecutive innings, dating back to their game against Grants Pass on April 25th. Roseburg won that one 4-0, but after the 4th inning, they went the final 2 innings without scoring. So actually make it 16 straight innings that Roseburg has been held scoreless this season. And they've had back-to-back shutouts. They had only been shut out twice prior to Wednesday's loss against South Medford. Now they have been shut out 4 times this year. They'll try to get the offense and the bats going coming up with Game 2 here in just a few moments. For those that are watching the video stream, apologize that we had... Evan Corbin's cleat got stuck on the grating as he was coming down off the steps here in front of us. Sorry for the issues with the video stream in Game 1. Hopefully it looks like things are back up and running for us here in Game 2. And we should be good, I hope, the rest of the way for our coverage. But we'll go ahead and take a break. For those that are watching online, we're going to end the video broadcast of Game 1, and we'll start a new one for Game 2. So if you're watching at 541radio.com, just kind of close out of your full screen, I'm assuming, and the second broadcast is embedded there on that same page. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, just head back to the main page for our channel, and you'll find the second video broadcast of the day. All right, Game 1 in the books. Roseburg falls to Sheldon 3-0. The Irish will look to try and sweep the series in Game 2. Roseburg will look to try and avoid getting swept for the first time by a conference opponent this season. When we come back, Game 2, we'll start getting you ready. We'll take let's make it a 4-minute timeout here. Let's go ahead and take a 4-minute break, and we'll get the video stream ready for Game 2. Come back and start looking ahead to the second game of our doubleheader. I'm Joey Kieran from Eugene at Sheldon High School on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.